Have you ever felt uncomfortable, anxious, or addicted when using social media? Social media has become a big part of people's lives, making it easier and faster to interact with people and bringing fulfillment and convenience to our lives. However, while there are positive benefits, social media can also have various negative impacts on our mental health, including addiction, anxiety, inferiority, and bullying. With social media having infiltrated into the lives of nearly every single person on the planet, with nearly 4.8 billion users worldwide, it has become a part of nearly every single teen's life who has access to a phone and the internet. The content that is on these social media sites can become a big problem in some people's lives, however. In Japan, social media is an integral part of society, with social media services becoming an increasingly influential means of communication. People are spending more and more time online, which has elevated the importance of online interactions. What effect could this increased use of social media platforms be having on teens and youth? The use of social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram can have a higher addiction rate than cigarettes or alcohol on the youth. Social media platforms are designed to snare your attention, keep you online, and have you repeatedly checking your screen for updates. It's how companies make their money. Social media use can create psychological cravings. A third of social media users in Japan have said to feel distinctly worse and anxious after visiting their social networks. This feeling is especially more common experience for women. In other words, feeling guilty after using social media for an extended period and feeling discomfort about unnecessary information people get from social media produce negative effects on our mental health, often resulting in higher levels of anxiety and tension. These feelings of discomfort and anxiety can often develop into social anxiety disorders. Many teens have a toxic relationship with social media, further negatively affecting a teen's body image and their social outlook. Social media is unfortunately shaping our concept of beauty, which constant exposure to images posted online is evident that there is a link to how individuals compare themselves and perceive their own body. With rich and famous people being at the top of all social media platforms, it's hard for a teen not to compare themselves with these people. It's given people something to compare themselves to that they'll never be able to live up to or match. Whilst obviously an unfair comparison, when teens spend such a large time observing the lives of others, it can lead to the damaging of self-esteem or body image, with almost 26% of teenagers saying that these social media sites such as Facebook and Instagram make them feel worse about their own life and body. A large and important issue that is only getting worse on social media is cyberbullying, with 7 in 10 young people saying they have experienced some form of it, and victims of bullying are more likely to experience low academic performance, depression, anxiety, self-harm, feelings of loneliness, and changes in sleep and eating patterns. These facts show that it's not uncommon to experience, suffer from, or have your life be interfered with by cyberbullying. Young people who have experienced cyberbullying are at a greater risk for both self-harm and suicidal behaviors. Young victims are more likely to hurt themselves, such as attempting suicide or harming others through physical violence. The link between social media and suicide is one we can't ignore. Suicide is one of the top causes of death worldwide and is one of the top 5 causes of death in adolescence. Suicide rates among teenagers have seen a drastic increase from 2007 to present day, regardless of culture, as social media has become a more prevalent way of life. With that said, Japan is one of the highest suicide rates in the world, with nearly 70 people taking their lives every day. Technology may be making things worse and increasing young people's isolation. Social media consumption can be extremely detrimental and harmful if not done in moderation. Ironically, for a technology that's designed to bring people closer together, spending too much time engaging with social media can actually make you feel more lonely and isolated. With all of these negatives, there are positives of teens using social media that can shine through. They can use it to have fun, make and maintain friendships, share and learn interests, explore identities, and develop relationships with families. For older teenagers especially, it's often a key part of how to connect with friends. Line is one of the most popular social media apps in Japan, with over 60% of the population using it. The reason is it offers more features than just messaging. It features games, news, manga, shopping, healthcare, and music. Social media can connect teens to online groups based on shared interests. These could be for LGBTIQ teenagers or children from particular cultural backgrounds. Or they might just be sites for commenting on or sharing content around particular interests like games, TV series, music, or hobbies. Social media is immediately present in teens' lives in the 21st century. If social media goes unregulated and unchecked, it can lead to very negative consequences for teens. However, if used appropriately, social media can be a very positive influence in teens' lives, providing connections to their friends, allowing self expression and self acceptance, and providing role models that teens can follow.